Hi, everyone. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I hope everyone is doing well today. So, I decided to pop on. Yesterday was crazy, y'all, so I didn't get to do my morning video, which, you know what, it is what it is. I was going nonstop all day. And I will say that, it just seems to be really chaotic. A lot of, disturbing news has been coming about, and I feel like yesterday was a really strong test for me to keep my calm, keep my demeanor strong and stable. Good morning, Danny. Well, afternoon, whatever. It's good to see you, brother. And listen, I was tested, I was pushed, I was stressed, and I had to keep bringing it back to a place of love yesterday and understanding that my team has more in store for me than I can understand at this time. And I know that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out the way it should. And I have to keep the faith, using all my tools in order to get through these troubling times and the things that seem to just keep trying to trigger, right? So I even woke up this morning. I got a new deck of cards, which I'm going to show y'all today. My friend Deb here in town, that I met through a lot of my team here in Charleston. And listen, she's a beautiful soul. And we went out for a girls' night a few weeks ago, and we went back to her house to talk and, you know, do some readings on each other and just chit chat about our spirituality, whatnot. And I totally tuned into this deck, and it just speaks to me in different ways, especially everything that I've been going through, that balance between light and dark. And it is the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley. And listen, I still have good morning, Lachey, afternoon, what else? I mean, I keep saying morning like it's morning, but it's not. It's, just news after news after news. And then me and Robert Aguilar have been chatting this morning too. And, I haven't heard from him in a while, so it was good to catch up with him because he's going through a lot as well, and to realize that there's a lot of similarities of what we've been experiencing, that spiritual warfare that I keep talking about. He's experiencing it too, and I wish him the best of luck. But it was actually him that brought up the Earth Warrior Oracle. So I'm going to be pulling these bad boys out for y'all today too, and just see what messages come out. I felt really compelled to do so. So hopefully we'll get some good messages for this weekend. And I'm just going to pull whatever I'm compelled to pull because I have quite a few decks out. We'll see. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well this weekend so far. And make sure that you like, share, subscribe if you are new. Welcome. And to my team, I love y'all. My tribe members, my soul family, I love you. I love you with all my heart. And I really appreciate everyone who has been supporting me. And, I really hope everyone's doing well because, listen, this year has been intense. And I really thought last year, it couldn't get more intense than last year, but it is. It's back to back, man. I can't stop getting I don't know about y'all, and I'm really curious to hear if anyone else is experiencing this, but there are so many people around me right now who are being diagnosed with cancer. It is not even funny. 4 months. Oh, I hope the energy shifts by my birthday. By the way, Lachey, I have something that I want to talk to you about. See if you're interested. I might have a little birthday soiree going on, like a little retreat that I'm going away with some of my best girlfriends. And I was wondering if you were curious. I'm going to start a little invite this weekend, so it'd be at the end of April, the very last weekend of April, and I hope to meet you. There's going to be some people that I know, some people that I haven't met yet. My friend Haven, she was like, well, there's some girls that I met on my retreat she just got back from that she instantly connected with. And she was like, would you mind? I was like, absolutely not. I'm all about meeting new friends, especially friends that, we can really connect with. And I think it's going to be a really good time for us to really connect and share that spiritual wisdom with each other. I think it's going to be a beautiful experience. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'll send you the invite, and when I get that set up, foundation for the next 20 years. Well, we better make it a good one, huh? Then, girl. Let me tell you. So yeah, this new deck that I've gotten, I don't even know why I'm just sitting there shuffling those, but and that is not the one I want to show y'all. I was playing around with these this morning, but this deck was started by Aleister Crowley and painted. So the pictures on this, I'm still learning so much about this deck. Okay. Oh, thanks, Colby. And pizza. Yes. So let's see. Who was it? I know her name is Frida. Where is it? Because they talk about the pictures and stuff. And listen, this deck is Lady Frida Harris, okay, is the one that actually created these images, and it speaks volumes. I have not put this deck down. I am doing well today, Colby. It has been a slow start morning because we got more bad news about some friends of ours. And listen, like I say, with the whole cancer, like everywhere, I just this week alone, 2 people that, are friends or, well, they are friends. My neighbor was just diagnosed with breast cancer, had the surgery done to find out that it spread to her lymph nodes. So please send her loving, healing energy. And then my stepdad's best friend just got diagnosed with bladder cancer as well. And if y'all know, just earlier this year, I lost a dear friend of mine to cancer as well. Like, listen, it is fucking everywhere. And yeah, we're talking about that too. It's really pushing us to the mountains quicker. And my mom and I have been talking a lot about starting our own garden once we get up there, so we can eat our fresh food and not have to worry about all these fucking hormones and the chemicals that they're putting in our food is fucking ridiculous. I'm done. Like, I'm good. So yes, exactly. Yeah, that's going to be my trick, is the sugar. So I'm going to have to really cut back on my coffee because I love coffee with my sugar. Um, but it's one of those things. Maybe I'm just gonna have to start going to tea in the morning because I like especially on the colder mornings, I love a warm cup of joe. Like, I just love it. So it gets my morning started. I might have to switch to tea. So it's what it is, but everything happens for a reason. It's probably going to help me in the long run too. So, but yeah, man. So look at these cards though. So this is actually the 2 of Cups. Look how beautiful that is. And I realize the longer that I look at these cards, the more I see, the more I feel them. And they just speak a totally different language. That's the 10 of Cups. But the ones that really get me, see, the cups really get me, the Ace of Cups. They are beautiful. Yeah, I've actually started exercising, getting back into my routine and trying to focus on my health in general because, listen, I know that when I was eating and exercising and staying active, I felt my best. I felt great. I looked great. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I was there, and I got off track and I'm back on it. And understand that shit's gonna happen. Like, my life is hectic all the time. I'm busy most of the time. So when I get that time to rest, I want to rest. But I have been pushing myself that even when I don't feel like going, that I'm still going, because I always feel better afterwards. But yeah, so this is the Priestess. And there's so much really in these cards that some of them are dark. Listen, so I've had to do a little more research on Aleister Crowley, because when I started looking at these cards, you can tell that he really experienced the spiritual side of light and darkness. And that's probably why he got such a bad rep, because he dug into the darkness in order to create this. And they actually did not get to publish this deck during their lifetimes. It wasn't until after they both passed away that this was published. And his work really suffered because of the way he was viewed by the world. So, I mean, I understand, because listen, the darkness is fucking scary. And, I really feel that me and Robert have been talking about it all morning too. The showing up with so much light, and people who are lost, like lost souls, are being attracted to those who are empathic or have light working abilities, like a moth to the flame. And what are we here for? To bring that balance, to bring that sense of love to the world, because we have to balance it out, and we have to do what is right and just. And if we allow the darkness to take over, we are going to be in even more shit than we already are in this world. And I'm not going to have it. I want to bring people up and allow people to understand that you deserve all the good things the universe has to offer for you. And there's no reason that you should step down who you are because someone's demons don't agree with your light, right? When we get around other people, we start to, that reflection happens, and that envy, jealousy, and so many things start stirring inside, that they start projecting shit onto you. And it's because they are threatened by you. There is no reason you need to step down, my friends, because we are here for a reason. And God would not give us this light if we were not meant to shine. So give me some. All right. Yes. And we were talking about that too, Colby. I really do feel like a lot of what he's going through as well, and what I'm going through, a lot of that mental energy is coming through, and like a lot of things kind of keep repeating. And it's like, okay, well, it's not stopping. It keeps coming up. So I need to figure out what it is that I need to release. And it's my disappointment. That fear of being judged and criticized for something that I don't necessarily feel, I was the cause of. And it's not a blame game, but I shouldn't have to question my experiences or my beliefs because someone else doesn't agree with them. So, hi, Tammy. Well, I am so glad you caught me live, honey. It's going to be a good one. I feel it. But yeah, like, we have to be able to understand that without darkness, there is no light. Without destruction, there is no rebirth. Without fear, there is no success. There's no confidence. We have to understand that everything we go through teaches us just how strong we are. And we need to embrace that, because God would not be putting us in situations that he knew we couldn't overcome, that we wouldn't be able to find our strength through the turmoil, right? Like, we are badasses, and we need to start giving ourselves credit. I'm just saying. So yeah, there is a couple cards in here that really, really spoke to me. Some are darker than others, but I think it's going to take me a while to fully understand this. Listen, if the Queen of Swords ever comes through on any of these readings, dude, I'm telling you, as soon as I saw the Queen of Swords, I laughed my ass off. The way she is depicted in this deck is just it blows my fucking mind, because what everyone says about the Queen of Swords, this is how I truly see her, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, so this is the Queen of Cups, and the difference with this deck is that the the knights are the king and the princes are the knights. So I'm gonna have to get used to that as well. But when I looked at this card, I don't know if y'all can see this, but listen, I mean, I felt all kinds of emotions when I first saw this card, and to see her reflection and everything that's going on, it just made me well up. Like it spoke to me in so many different ways. Here's the Queen of Swords. And I want to know what y'all get from this, and I'll give my description afterwards. But um, what do you see when you see the Queen of Swords? Like I was feeling all kinds of shit. So me and my friend Haven were talking about it last night. Okay, so we've all said before that with the Queen of Swords, she's no bullshitter. She will cut everyone off that she needs to. She knows what cords to sever. She's the divorcee. She is the one who learns from experience and will not tolerate any bullshit in her life. Well, she looks pretty fucking exhausted, comfortable, but exhausted from her battles and the cords that she has cut. She is holding a man's head in her hand, y'all. But look at her arm, the arm that's holding the sword, right? So it's bent in an awkward position. I feel like the cords that were cut symbolically, obviously, don't go around cutting men's heads off, but I feel that this cord that was cut for her was a tiring one, right? It was hard for her to cut these cords, but it was something that was necessary for her to breathe that sigh of relief. And even though that cord was weighing her down, cutting that cord weighed down even more. Like it was not a decision that she wanted to make. It was a decision she had to make for her well-being, for her to rest properly. That's what I feel from that card. But yeah, when I saw it, I laughed my ass off. I was like, this bitch is holding a man's head. So, but yeah, there's a lot going on in these cards. I could go on for days, and I know I'm going to have to study them a little more, but I will be pulling some cards from this deck at the end for anyone who does want to stay to have some personal cards pulled, okay? So let's see. I know I just feel, I love it when I just get to talk with y'all, though, in all reality. So we are going to start the reading at 18 minutes and 8 seconds. um, so let's see what Spirit has in store for us this weekend. What can the collective expect to experience the weekend of February 23rd and 24th, 2019? What do we need to know most, Spirit? There's a lot of energy, though. There's at least 3. Give me 3 cards, please. That one wants to come out. Hope and happiness. Ooh, that's a pretty card. 2 more, please. 2 more cards for the collective. Hi, Patricia. Nice to have you. Thank you for joining in. If you stay till the end, I'll pull personal cards for who I'm drawn to, if anyone needs it. So hope and happiness, acceptance of love. And maybe this is what the whole reason I spoke about everything from the very beginning, because I was telling Robert the same thing. We are here as spiritual warriors to combat that darkness with love. And when we come from a place of hope and happiness and understand that we are cutting these cords to make room for the positive energies that are meant to flow into our lives, we are able to accept love on a deeper level, right? Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. That means a lot to me. And I've been having that conversation this week too. All of you who have reached out or commented about how much benefit you get from these videos really helps remind me why I do what I do. And it keeps helping realign me with my purpose and what I'm doing here. So thank you for that, because if it weren't for you, I would not be doing this. And that is for damn sure. I never thought I'd be putting my face on the internet and putting all my shit out there, but I am, and I'm owning it. So thank you to y'all for helping support this journey. Thank you. One more for the collective, please. But yeah, I also want to say too, the energy that I'm getting from this acceptance of love is that we have to remember we are rooted in love. Okay, we are rooted. It surrounds us. And when we allow love to come into our lives, even if it's from different people or different aspects, like, it doesn't matter. Love will blend, right? And always maintain your childlike spirit before you were hurt, before you were let down, before you were disappointed, before all of that. Keep your dreams alive. That is where the love comes in. When we dream of love and we accept love and we just keep that beautiful cycle going, no matter how it is spread, y'all, it doesn't matter. Love can come in so many different forms. Happiness, hope, faith, courage, divine dignity. It's all there for a reason. And I really feel like by us going through these tough times really helps realign us with what we need to be thankful for, what we need to be grateful for. And like, listen, when we got that news about my dad's friend this morning, like, we just came together. There's so much love and bonding and support for each other that's what it's about. You might not be able to do anything, you might not be able to really say anything, but that exchange of love was there, right? And we're going to get through it. We're going to help each other. We'll do what we have to do. And I'm keeping the faith that everything will work out as it should. So, but acceptance of love. Look, he's a tree, she's ivy, and no matter what, the two will be blended. Okay. So it might not be the typical, romance, but you need to allow your wings to expand. You need to allow your spirit to soar and dream and expand in a different way than what you're used to, because we're so used to putting limits on ourselves. We're used to saying, oh, well, if I ask for that, that's asking for too much. That is too damn selfish, y'all. Listen, it is not selfish, because sometimes we don't ask for shit. You know what I'm saying? So most empaths have a hard time asking for anything in general. When's the last time that you actually did something nice for yourself? When's the last time that you actually asked for something more than once a year? You know what I'm saying? There are so many things in my life that I'm like, I should start doing more things for myself. And there's some times that I'm like, listen, my Tuesdays at the gym are time for myself. It just depends on you. But you want to make sure that what you are wanting to experience, that you have the courage to ask for. Don't be afraid to say, hey, like, I really want to experience this because it would make me feel something fierce. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for that. Whether it be people, places, or things, it doesn't matter. You find joy wherever you find joy, and you shouldn't feel guilty about asking for that. So going through these troubling times, it's there to set that foundation for what is coming into your life, because it will teach you are not going to take bullshit from anyone or anything, right? You're going to have so much more appreciation when these things actually happen for you, because they are deeper rooted than anything you've ever experienced before. That is spiritual truth. What beautiful guidance do you have for the collective when it comes to these messages? Hi, Mia. Listen, that's how things happen, though. You want it, you want it, you want it, you chase it, you chase it, you chase it. And the moment you're like, well, fuck it. If it ain't coming, it ain't coming. And then it shows up on your doorstep, it's because you're attracting, not chasing. You're not needing it out of fear or desire. You're wanting it because it is meant to be in your life, and you have come to this relaxed state of energy. When we release the need to control, that's when things happen. Okay. Yes, and that's another thing too. That's the law of attraction, Colby. And good point. So, hey, Triple Libra. 4 days away. I don't understand what that means, Libra. But yes, listen, one of the biggest things to manifesting too, and I have a hard time with this as well, is acting as if it's already happening. Okay. When we make, oh, okay. Whew, that's hard. That's hard, Triple Libra. And listen, and I hate to say it, but listen to your damn intuition. Um, you know, and there's a fine line, because if you have gone through your healing, and again, listen to the sirens. If there are red flags, there are red flags. Don't dismiss that shit. But I'm sorry. Listen, they might be loud and clear for you, and you still trying to beat around the bush like, oh, well, maybe it's my fear or whatever. And listen, I've done the same damn thing with all my relationships. I, question myself. Is it because of my past, or am I actually experiencing these red flags? The reason there are red flags is because you've been through that shit before, and shit don't stink differently. It all smells bad. So listen, use your senses. If it does not feel right, it's not right. And if you feel like they're screwing around on you, then you better set some boundaries or cut your cords. Because you don't deserve that. No one deserves that. And listen, if anyone in your life, no matter if it's a significant other, I mean, friends can cheat you too. Listen, if someone has the audacity to do that to you, because the chances that you are the problem and you're watching this is very unlikely. So just understand, you do have to take accountability for your actions, but you also need to trust your intuition when it comes to the people in your life. If the people in your life are making you feel uncomfortable, you need to ask why. And you need to listen. Don't let people talk you out of your experience, is what I'm saying, okay? Well, a ring on the finger don't keep it together anyway. I can tell you that from personal experience. Well, and yes, it is very hard being so far away and needing proof. But listen, cheaters and good cheaters are not going to leave a lot of evidence just lying around unless they want to get caught. Okay. And that way they have well, either way, if they're cheating on you, they don't care about your feelings, because if a real man did not feel that way about you, he would close out the relationship before he moved on, especially if it's an ongoing thing. I mean, exactly. Exactly, Colby. Yeah. And that's what we have to understand. We need to quit making excuses for bad fucking behavior. Because listen, if he wanted, whether he's that far away from you or not, if he wants that time with you, he will make that time for you regardless. So don't make any excuses. Okay. um Well, listen, if you feel like it's your fear-based thoughts and you need to tune into self and figure out if it's you or if it's red flags, and go down the list. What red flags have you been seeing? What reason do you have to believe that he is cheating on you? You know, usually, like, listen, I'll tell you right now, when I had that feeling that my ex was running around, I knew it in my gut. I knew it in my gut and I knew it in my heart. Now, my head messed with me a lot, and there were times that, I could have been wrong, but there's so many red flags and situations that, between my intuition and what my heart was telling me, the way that my soul and my body were reacting, wanting to pull away from him even when he was around, um, you have to listen. You have to trust it. And as hard as it is to let go, sometimes you got to do the hard shit that is good for you. Okay. Um, well, Mia, if no one wants to make that time for you, then you need to start making that time for you. Okay. You need to start dating yourself. You need to start loving yourself. Look in the mirror and you pep talk yourself all you want. Listen, when I first loved my husband, I was in the mirror every damn day. Like, listen, you beautiful bitch, I love you. We are going to do this together. I will not give up on you because we are worth it. You got to do what you got to do. Okay. You are fierce. You are a beautiful soul. You deserve happiness. You deserve to give that energy to yourself, and do not settle for anything less. Because listen, you allow someone into your life, but they don't want to make time for you, then you are just setting your standards way too damn low. So it's time for you to build yourself up and understand your worth so that you can attract the right people into your life. It might be a harsh truth, but it's the truth. So exactly. See, me and Colby are on the same page. Yeah, you can't keep giving your power away. Um, well, and listen, you need to look for company in different ways than just in that sense, right? You make time for yourself, but after years of loneliness. So get to know some good friends, get to be more comfortable with your alone time. And listen, I much rather be whatever you want to call it, alone. Um, I'm not alone. I got, listen, my crowd ain't big, but it's a snappy one. Okay, like my group is awesome. I love the people in my life. There are people who truly love and support me, and I know that I am safe and secure around these people. That is my tribe. Those are my people. Make me feel good, and I know that I am good in their hands. Right? I can trust these people. But yes, in those moments, I would much rather be alone than have dead weight, warm body next to me. Okay, that does not do anything for my soul. And there's a difference. People can portray certain lifestyles, and in reality, it's not even who they are. People wear masks, and it's not until you get too close that those masks come off. So it's really important to know who you are on a deeper level, to really know what you want out of a relationship before you try to attract that in. So, yeah. And listen, that's a reason. If you are rejecting the bad people, then your intuition is telling you the right one has not come yet. Just be patient, honey. Enjoy right now. Don't worry too much. Yeah. So, okay, when it comes to the guidance that they have for you and how to come back to love, I always trust the direction of the universe and know that I am being guided. And any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Energy flows where my intention goes. Okay. So everything that I just said to Mia, right? So trusting that the direction you are heading in, you have a clear sense of who can and cannot be in your life, who you are willing to accept and not accept. Coming back to that place of being. Don't worry so much about the things happening outside of you. If you feel uncomfortable in your environment, you need to reel it back in. Prayer, contemplation, and stillness is where the answers are at, my friends. And energy flows where your intention goes. Whatever you are focusing on, you are putting your energy into. So it's really, really important that you make sure you are not wasting your time or your energy on shit that does not matter and does not have room in your life. Okay? If you want to keep your dreams alive, if you want hope and happiness, to accept that love into your life, then you must do it. You must have faith. You must come to that place of acceptance and surrender and understand that you have no control over half the shit that happens in your life. You are just here for the ride. So don't stress it so much. That is where the darkness gets us, my friends, is trying to control us through fear. Do not give in. You are stronger than that. You are amazing just the way you are. And the more that we understand that that light starts within and that we can change our outlook, our perception, our reality through this light, then that is where our power is at. Okay? All right, y'all. Y'all be nice. Calm it down. Rah, rah, rah. All right. So exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. So listen, this talks about movement. Don't sit there and just wait for things to come in. You have to take chances. And whether they fail or succeed, it doesn't matter because everything leads to something, right? So the key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. So do whatever you feel that will help you move, that will help get that energy flowing, and because it's safe for you to receive. When you start allowing that energy to flow by releasing these karmic debts, releasing these energetic ties, when you understand that once you get that energy moving, that it's going to give you more room to receive. Okay? Dreams of abundance, attracting, not chasing, right? As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Again, going back to acting as if it's already here. You don't have to chase it because what is yours will come your way. Okay? All right. I'm so glad, Rox. Oh, thank you, Colby. I am not perfect by any means, not by any means, but I am humbly me. Listen, I try my best, but I am human just like everyone else. I have my bad days. I have my freak out moments. I am going through the motions just like everyone else. And I will not pretend to be something that I am not. But one thing that I do believe in is that no matter how dark shit gets, I will always try to show up with more light. I refuse to back down. I'm like my mama. I don't back down easy. So hard-headed shit. I was having that conversation too. It's a Taurus thing. What can I say? But okay, so as per Robert's request, we got the Earth Warrior angels coming out. So let's see. Soma from the Galactic Heart. So I really feel with this one, this is about letting your aura shine, coming to that place of centeredness, of gratitude, of peace, calm, still energy, right? I'll read more on that, but I really feel like this is about connecting the heart and the third eye, your visualization, and understanding that the messages that you're receiving, either through visions or dreams, are coming from your heart center. Stand in the light. Okay, so again, that moth to the flame, right? You need to stand in your light no matter what comes your way and no matter who is attracted to you. You need to maintain this energy for yourself. She with the Indian emerald heart. There's a lot going on in this one. We have the tiger, the wolf, the hawk, the owl, the leopard. So very fast moving energy, the hummingbird, there's a lot going on in there. The ancestors in the clouds sending healing, loving energy your way. There's a lot of spirit totems here, and way of the divine feminine is revealed. Again, that transformation through your third eye, through your mind's eye. So let's see what is going on. 36. Okay. The Divine Mother's milk of the galaxy is feeding your soul. Expansion of your horizons, your spiritual purpose, and your sacred responsibilities is taking place. Divine potential within you is awakening at a higher turn of the creative spiral of consciousness. This oracle is prophecy of ascension and grace. Your soul has been going through a deep spiritual feeding process and is growing rapidly. The evidence of this in the outer world will be a sense of expansion and opportunity, reach, connections, and new levels of spiritual experiences. This oracle foretells the welcoming in of a new phase in life. Newborn energies and fertility, whether biological, creative, or psychological, are being stimulated. The oracle indicates the discovery, development, and expression of talents, an increasingly public profile which moves you into the spotlight, can help you fulfill your divine life mission, provided that you keep your inner connection to spirit as the highest priority. The oracle speaks of soul healing around matters of trust, spirit, mother, and abundance. That's pretty intense. Let's see what the next one is. 16. Stand in the light. You are unique. You are a divine and beautiful being. You stand apart from the crowd. Sometimes this evokes jealousy or desire in others who want to possess your light and your beauty as their own. You need never fear another or believe that they can harm you. Allow yourself to be true to who you are. Do not try to hide your inner light and beauty. You are meant to be seen. Your soul is nurtured and protected by your love for Great Spirit. Do not avoid the spotlight or try to hide yourself, nor dull your light to appease others or your own fears. Your true inner divine light and beauty is meant to help others, and the only way that that can occur is if you allow yourself to fully be and express it. Do not shrink away from your magnificence when you feel challenged. Instead, step it up to an entirely new level of boldness. You have a gentle nature, but you are strong. If you have become obsessed with the beauty or power of another, it is time to come back to your own divine beauty, to unearth it, explore it, express it, and let it shine. Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. You are the benchmark, and they will evolve to reach you. Wow. And 38. The goddess of the earth, honored by the indigenous people of Andes, holds space for many different creatures to live within her field, including the crazy, beautiful, dangerous, and divine humanity. She knows that life thrives through diversity. She is able to foster life with such genius and generosity because there is no fear preventing her from holding space for the new to emerge. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and in your life. Trust, like Mother Earth, as an act of devotion. She is watching over you as you evolve to manifest the fullness of your sacred and original life purpose. Don't hold back from what is happening. Things need to change, so let them change. It may seem chaotic or overwhelming now. However, when you realize that you don't need to figure it all out, you will relax, allowing the wisdom of what is happening at a deeper level to unfold. Trust that your inner resources are enough and will grow to meet your needs for soul expression in the world. You may sometimes feel like you are juggling too many projects with too few arms. The Divine Mother can help you if you trust her to keep an eye on things and guide the process for you. This oracle indicates that peace and harmony will eventually triumph over conflict and challenge, bringing about a new way of being. And I will say, for anyone who does want any insight on their personal life, stay till the end. I am almost done, and I will pull some cards from my new deck for you. All right, and what better number to end on than 11? Okay. The way of the Divine Feminine is revealed. The Divine Feminine yearns to reveal her way and her wisdom to you that may live passionately and purposefully. As you trust her inner guiding voice, you recognize the authentic desires and visions that move you from within. That are the seeds of your sacred mission. You shall experience a clarity and soul deep relief that only truth can bring. You shall experience a knowing of purpose that awakens your ability to live deliberately and experience deep fulfillment. Anya Vision is the blossoming awareness of your life purpose and true inner passion. You are being lovingly pushed to admit your authentic and most passionate soul yearnings, becoming bold with honesty. What means so much to you that you are willing to give up all that you have held on to out of fear so that it may be? What matters enough to you that you would symbolically die and be reborn with all the endings and uncertainty such growth entails, so that your dream can become real? Don't turn away from your yearning out of fear, practicality, or any other excuse to replace faith with doubt. Your truth acknowledged will bring you peace, even if admitting it also means facing the personal transformation required to bring that truth to life in your world. When it is truth, it is in healing, and you need to embrace it. So, woo, y'all, talk about energy flowing today. That's a lot of damn strong messages, huh? All right. So, who wants a card pulled? It's going to be first come, first serve. I hope that y'all enjoyed those messages. I am going to call the reading at 47:15. So I will try to mark those later for anyone catching the replay. But yeah, if anyone needs a card pulled, just let me know. Give me a question. And I will. Awesome, Tammy. I will pull a card for you. Do you have a question? Oh, good, Colby. I love hearing that. And I hope they send you much, much more. Me too. And also, what is your sign, Tammy? I definitely feel like there's someone that is kind of battling internally with how things are moving in their life and ready for these cycles to come to an end. And this might just be a collective read. So if anyone does resonate with this, please let me know. Okay, Tammy. So the thing with that, you have to be a little more specific with your questions with tarot. So what I can ask is, what will be the outcome if you were to get back with your ex? Usually I will say exes are exes for a reason, but there is a lot that has to do with it. Sometimes we have to go through separation in order to come back together. So I won't be a total stick in the mud about love. But it's not really a matter of whether you will or will not. It's a matter of if you should, right? Is it for your highest good to be back with your ex? What was the reason for them leaving? What was the reason for the separation? Those kind of things. what were you supposed to learn from that relationship? There are so many different ways. Hey, Carisha, nice to see you, girl. Should you? Okay. So I will ask, what would the benefit of getting back together with your ex? Because it's still, should I or will I? It's still a yes or no. That's more of a pendulum. But you always want to ask for what is for your highest good, like in all reality. So, again, there's always more detail than yes or no. And that's why I do tarot, because I'm a digger for information. I'm nosy. I can't help it. So, yeah. But there's definitely this sense of like a fast moving, especially thought process. Now, as far as the person in general, it's like you're just waiting for that next battle to come, but the battle is over, y'all. The battle is ending. Everything is coming full circle, and the cycles are coming to a close in order to open up for new ones. Okay. I'll have to reframe that question too, Carisha, but I'll definitely get to you next. Oh, well, sorry, Colby's next. Okay. I got you, Colby. All right. So Tammy, what hold on. I feel that energy is a little chaotic, so let me tune in a little bit. What would be the highest outcome if Tammy got back? Yeah. Tammy. Okay. So first off, we have the universe. Okay. So really what I'm seeing with this is you got a snake in the garden. Okay. There's a lot of shedding of layers happening. Um, don't don't let anything constrict you either. Don't feel like you have to be in a situation that does not give you room to expand, because the failure card, the Seven of Pentacles, it's going to be disappointing to you. Okay. You're going to feel like you're putting all this investment and your time and your energy into something, and that you feel like could move forward victoriously, but there's a lot of armor on. There's a lot of protection, like, the way that I feel, and I don't know if he's a Cancer or water energy, but the way that I'm getting this is that don't get caught up in it, man. Because listen, we have this one, it almost looks like a net around her with while she's trying to battle the snake. So while you're sitting here worrying about the ex, which I feel like this is more of his energy, and I hate to say that, I don't know what actually happened between you two, but it almost feels like while you're focusing on that, it's a it's giving you the opportunity to be trapped in a situation that is doomed to fail. Okay. And even if you were to move forward, there's too much armor in place. You're not seeing him for what he really is. And I don't think he's seeing you for what you really are either. Yeah. Okay. So you're in the relationship now. Yeah. I mean, I really feel like it's doomed to fail no matter what. Like, it's just time for y'all to go about your separate ways. So you can gain. It's nothing but gain from letting this go. So don't fight it so much. Okay, you're in a relationship with a snake now. So again, It doesn't matter whether it's your your ex or your current partner. Be careful of the snake and allow the layers to shed, because listen, you don't want to get in a situation where you are trapped. And even if it's not a Cancer, like you're saying, he's an Aries, he might have water in his charts, but either way, if you think it's going to move forward, there are a lot of layers and armor that would need to be penetrated on both sides. So, and listen, I'll say too, if you want more insight into it, book a personal reading, but that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. You need to listen to your intuition, and um he needs to face your current partner needs to face their own demons about their heartache, and the things that they have battled with that's causing them sorrow, because I feel like they're being pulled in a bunch of different directions and they're just in limbo about where they need to be in life. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so Colby, yeah, that was a lot of cards. So I would say if you want to know more and get more in detail, book a personal reading. Yeah, you got a bunch of cards popping out. And listen, if you are feeling that uncomfortable, you know what you need to do. Okay. Um, yeah, exactly. And listen, Tammy, when you feel like it's hindering your growth, and I told my ex the same damn thing. Listen, I am growing at a fast pace and I don't think you can keep up. So I need you to come on, speed it up now, because I will leave you behind. And I told him that in the therapist's office. Now, I ain't no bullshit. Like, listen, um, and I wasn't even saying everything that I needed to say, but I did say what needed to be said. I might not have spoke a lot, but what came out of my mouth needed to be said. That's for damn sure. Yes, thank you, Colby. You're so sweet. All right, Colby. So you wanted to know about your ex too. Let me go back up here. Okay. Can you please show me the connection between Colby and his ex Priscilla? I feel like that's the best question to ask for some reason. And keep that faith, because listen, I'm having to keep that attitude too. Listen, everything that I have been through has led me somewhere, some shape or form, and it might not always make sense time going through it, but it always makes sense later. That's for damn sure. Because listen, there are some things that I just like, I had a clue but really didn't, being in it, and it wasn't until I stepped away that I was like, whoo, how did I miss all that? So yeah, I would say she's battling too, because listen, there's a lot of very similar cards happening with the universe card here. I feel like she's really trapped in her own mind. She's being pulled in a lot of different directions. We have the Prince of Swords, and I don't necessarily feel this is your energy, Colby. So yeah. Um yeah, Rox, I can do that for you. So who is after Colby? Carisha. I got you. Okay. So, but yeah, so we have the Prince of Swords, and it's almost like she's battling with her own inner demons, because I kind of feel like she's moving more at a slower pace when it comes to the growth intellectually and emotionally. Carrying that sword on your back, like ready to yield, and then you have all these energies, and she's focused on the wrong things, because if you look at this as being like separate parts of the soul, like I almost get you know, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual here. But it's like one feels completely complacent in their own world, just sitting there very quiet and complete. And then we have one that's reaching for this middle and one that's reaching in a totally different direction, while this one is just waiting to sever the ties with whatever does not fit. And I feel like it's almost that sense of like, again, the swords represent air, mental energy, communication, that sort of thing. But I really feel that this person is just waiting for battle. Okay, I'm gonna pull friends. Purely intellectual, full of ideas and designs, domineering, intensely clever but unstable of purpose, with an elusive and elastic mind supporting various and contradictory opinions. He slays fast as he just as fast as he creates. So again, it doesn't matter what's coming into that connection. It's um as fast as she's creating, she's destroying it as well. So she's battling her own demons. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Um, it could absolutely be outside influences, but I feel like this is more of an internal battle for her. Yes. Yes, Tammy. Absolutely. All right, Carisha, you still here? Well, those fell right out. Oh, well, that's why you're worried. Oh. So I'm just going to say it in case you are here, but I'm going to pull some other cards if you have a specific question. I do feel like you are going through a lot of significant changes. You're welcome, Colby. But, you know, there's this sense of like worry and destruction on how things are going to turn out the best for you. Um, Oh, good. As long as it resonates, y'all. Like, if it resonates for you, even though the message isn't for you specifically, still take it because it does. It happens. So, yeah, listen, you have to dedicate yourself to your journey and don't worry so much. Like, especially with the 5 of disc being here. You know, the 5 of disc really talks about feeling that disconnection, feeling like the outsider, right? But with the luxury card being here, the 4 of cups, okay? So when we understand that there is this universal source that is overfloweth the cup, right? There shouldn't be so much room for worry. But the fact is, you're going through the tower moment, and so things are just crumbling down, but things are washing away from you for a reason. So don't worry so much about that because it's creating room for luxury in your life. So did you have a specific question? Because that's um, well, I will get to you next, Rox, for sure. Did you have a specific question, Kirsha? Hi, Danielle. Or do you want me to just see what comes out? How are you doing today, my dear? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I definitely feel like you don't need to be so defensive about the layers that are being shed because it's creating balance in your life. You don't have to wait for the next attack to come. Um, oh, nice. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Here comes the pack. All right. Yes, it is. I'm so glad the weather's finally starting to warm up a little bit so I can be outside. Um, but yeah, it definitely seems that you're at a crossroad. Um, okay. Um, Yeah, I feel like from what I'm getting in this, and I'll ask more clearly, but from what I'm seeing is that you are at a crossroads in your life right now. So you don't have to um don't worry so much about the worst possible scenario, okay, if that makes sense. Because what is happening is actually going to create balance, is going to help you gain a sense of clarity and what to do next. I feel like that next step is going to be presented to you. So don't worry so much about um, being disappointed, because I feel like whatever's going to happen is going to happen for a reason. Okay. So can you please give me Jesus, the star? Remember to stay focused on the highest possible outcome and what you want the result to be. And listen, it's going to be for the highest good. If he's not meant to come home, he's not meant to come home, because there are some demons being battled here. So, oh my goodness, girl. Yeah. And listen, it's all going to happen. Whatever's going to happen from what I am seeing, um, there might be a little battle here, but from what I do see is that everything is interconnecting the way that it should, and it's giving room for that pleasure to happen in your life. And remember what your virtue is, because with the sun and the two of cups being here, like, you will be reconnected. I'm not necessarily feeling um Monday though. Okay. So let's see. I'll ask more clearly. Um okay. Okay. What will be the outcome of Carisha and her partner's court date on Monday? Okay. Yeah, so there's the court card. Okay. But we do have pleasure. Okay. Ugh, I just got a sick feeling in my stomach. So listen, and I'm not going to bullshit. I would like to tell you that I feel like it might go in his favor on Monday, but what I'm kind of feeling is it's not. Okay. It's making me nauseous. Like, I almost feel like I am picking up on your energy when you hear the answer. Okay? Like, I really feel like I might puke. Um we do have the 6 of cups, the adjustment, which is the court card, abundance, the 3 of cups. So yes, like, listen, and your energy is going to have just as much to do with his. Okay. But with the emperor card, there's a lot of domination, there's a lot of control happening. And with the 7 of cups here, look how nasty that is. Listen, don't let those fears and that negative energy weigh you down, slow you down. And with the princess of disc, like, you see very clearly what you want. Okay, there's that piece in the middle of her her shield, and she's still holding her staff, but she's not yielding it. So understand that when you are true with your intentions and your energy, and they are too, that things will work out better in the long run. There is a chance that things might work out, but from what I'm feeling towards the end, I feel like there's gonna be there's someone that's definitely going to dominate the courtroom. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. And so it might be more along the lines of someone trying to get more time, but there's also, and I kind of feel like it's a 50-50 at this point. So make sure you keep praying, hopefully your partner's doing the same thing. And, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot. But yeah, he's got to be doing it too, man. Make sure that y'all are coming together, because there's a lot of love there and there's a lot of connection. So even if you can't talk, he can feel you. So make sure that you're just keeping that energy up, okay? Yeah, because the love radiates between y'all. Y'all are one. So all right. So rocks. Okay. Can you please tell me what is going on with Rox's relationship? Okay. So what I'm kind of getting from this, so first off, we have so this is the Eight of Wands. We have the Three of Cups and Sadie, which is the Ten of Cups. Okay. The Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands. So it does feel like there's a lot of defensiveness going around, being pulled in many different directions. Um, and listen, I've been trying not to get so wrapped up in the real, like the traditional meanings of the tarot. Um, I don't know if there has been third party activity, or you feel like there is someone better for you out there, is kind of what I'm picking up. You're so welcome, hon. I'm glad that resonates for you. But it's what really makes you happy. And listen, I've been there before too. If you feel like you got to question it and you've been questioning it for quite some time, then the chances are that that relationship is meant for you. It might not necessarily mean that y'all have to take an indefinite break, but there definitely needs to be a sense of individuality. Okay, when we get so involved with our relationships that it there's literally no identity but y'all together, that's where it becomes toxic, because you need to know that you are on your own individual journey, whether they are in your life or not. And yes, there is this connection between two, but there also needs to be those separate connections, and you being able to follow your purpose and the things that mean something to you without feeling like you have to explain yourself or feel guilty for doing the things that bring you joy, because that doesn't necessarily bring them joy. You have to have your separate life. You just have to. There's not going to be the same thing in their life that makes them feel good. Maybe they like doing crafts, but you hate crafts. Don't go do fucking crafts. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, they can have their individual time and you can have your individual time. But if you feel like you're being pulled in all different directions, trying to make things flow and be happy, but there's no reciprocation on that either, you are going to end up stressing yourself out. And with the Ten of Cups being here, there is happiness, there is fulfillment, especially with the Three of Cups being here. It's not that it's completely unsatisfying. It's just you feel like, I almost feel like there's a loss in sense of direction for you or the other person involved. But what I'm understanding from this is that there are things that you need to kind of speak up about when it comes to not only your boundaries, but your wants and needs. Like, if you need something from a relationship, you need to speak up about it, even if it is saying, hey, I need a little me time. I need quiet. I need solitude. I need a night out. I need to go see my friends. Whatever it is, do what you got to do. But don't feel like your whole life revolves around being attached to said person. You are your own person. And yes, you should always be respectful of your partner, and don't go run off for a fucking week and not tell anyone where you've been. But you also need to understand that if you feel like you're being pulled in this direction, you need to go. Right? And listen, if the person in your life is the right one for you, they're going to understand that if you're being pulled, you need to go. That's about support. You know what I'm saying? So just look at it from that standpoint, and you will know. Listen, I was told the same thing. You know, I can sit here and tell you all damn day that this relationship is no good for you and you need to run for the hills. But until you know in your heart and your mind that this is not for you and you will not second guess it, that's when you know. That's when you know it's time to move on. And you won't guess it. You won't second guess it. You're just gonna know that you need to move, and that's it. Even if it hurts, it's painful, it's draining, and it's exhausting in all ways, you will know that you're making the right decision because you're following your heart. And that goes for everyone, whether it be family, friends, relationships, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So just listen to your emotions and don't make impulsive decisions. We can do a possible outcome. But the thing is especially with the, what's the final outcome? Things change, people change. And it might, like, what I can do is from right now, what is the possible outcome if nothing changes? But it's also, that's the beautiful part about free will, because today she might be feeling some sort of way, but then tomorrow she might wake up and be like, oh, well, maybe I was being a little irrational. Why don't you go do that, honey? That's where the sun comes in. That's where happiness, love, experience, and illumination comes in. Yeah, I can pull you something, Danielle. Well, listen, and that's you can't base all your decisions. Listen, I was having this conversation earlier today too. If we base all of our decisions around hurting other people, we'll never make a decision for ourselves. There are some people in my life that honestly think I'm a piece of shit, that I'm an evil human being, that I'm delusional, that I have lost sense of reality, that I am a liar, that I'm a cheater, all kinds of shit. I have heard all kinds of stupid ass shit about me that I've never heard before in my life. So again, when you trigger other people's demons and they don't want to take responsibility for their shit, they will make up all kinds of stuff about you. Stuff you never knew about yourself. But listen, you can't sit there and say like, oh, I gotta stay in this miserable situation because I might hurt them. Listen, I thought that same thing about my ex, and listen, when he came to this door multiple times in 1 week and was bringing flowers and love letters and all that shit, oh, I still got it. And trust me, on my divorce day, I'm gonna bring it with me. Be like, this is about the only truth that I've heard come out of your mouth since the split, because everything else is bullshit. And it just is. His fear when I set those boundaries, everything changed. Everything changed because I finally had the strength to say, I'm not letting you do this to me anymore. And then I became a bad person, and I became non-existent. And it happens. It happens. So yeah, we can't sit there and allow our journey to be put on hold in fear of how other people are going to react to it. You just can't. You would never move. You would never move because you're never going to please everyone. You're just not. So, do what you got to do. All right. Yeah, listen to your intuition and know that you have all the resources to manifest what you desire. Okay? So, yeah, listen. I feel like there's a lot of creative and fruitful relationships that are going to be coming in for a lot of you in this room. Okay. So, Danielle, any messages from Spirit for Danielle? What would you like Danielle to know most? I feel hopeful for you, Danielle. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if someone's got a feisty grandma in here, if this is attached to you, Danielle, but I keep hearing, give them hell. Give them hell. Woo. Okay. Yeah, you've been going through a hard time too. Okay. You're going through not only a lot of a lot of contradictions. There's mental, there's emotional, there's fiery passion and action happening. It's all over the damn place. So what I'm seeing first off is the Eight of Swords. So don't keep yourself imprisoned by, sounds like your granny rocks. Okay. Well, then I hope that message makes sense for you. So with the Eight of Swords, though, Danielle, this is talking about really having that mental energy keeping you boxed in, and all these layers underneath are coming to the surface, and you're not really sure how to break free of this. But with the Six of Cups, this could talk about things from your past that are all kind of intertwining together. And I feel like it's more of things that have blossomed through connections that might not have gone your way, where you felt like you really had to defend yourself to people. And it caused a lot of not only arguments, destruction, I feel. Okay, like we have oppression and strife. There's a lot of inner crossings for you where you might not understand how much it's all connected. Okay. And with the Queen of Wands energy, like, listen, you know when to move and move quickly. You know when to have your blunt object to swing on, right? But you have this connection to source that helps you filter the bullshit. You have this ability to see things for what they really are, but you got to quit doubting yourself, because the abundance is there for you. You just have to pull in the net. Okay? The sun is waiting on you. That connection, that beautiful, happy life, family, home, all these elements are coming together in your favor. Okay. So, all right. So I hope that helps you. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, yeah, I also have the Queen of Death. So listen, you've already overcome so much. You have been able to climb these hurdles, and you're just looking, I feel like it's almost a reflection state for you, where you're looking over everything that you have been through and everything you've already conquered. But you don't have to wear all this armor either. Hey Douglas, how are you doing? But yeah, and listen, you're at the crossroads too, and you need to figure out what direction you need to close out and which one you need to embrace. That's what I'm getting. So, all right, y'all. Well, if there is anyone else that would like a card pulled for them, I will pull one. In some of these cases, I'm pulling many, whatever. Hey, Sheila. So yeah, I'm actually about to hop off in a few minutes because I'm starting to get a little tired. Been on for almost an hour and a half. But all right, Douglas, do you have a question? Awesome, Danielle. Well, I'm glad that helps. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, thank you, Sheila. All right, Douglas, do you have a question? Your Cancer X. All right. What do you want to know? You got to give me a question. I can't just spy on your ex for you. Asking for a friend, Lindy. You're welcome, Rox. And listen, if anyone resonates with the messages that they've received, but they would like to go more in depth, just email me and we'll get you a private reading scheduled. Okay. Oh, Sheila. Well, I hope you feel better, love. What is she planning regarding this relationship? That sounds a little sinister. Well, we had the Fortune and the Star pop out, Douglas. So some very significant changes that will happen between the two of you. Now, listen, I will say that with the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to be turning in your favor, but you also have to understand that if a door is closed, you don't have to open it back up. With the Star card here, again, feeling pulled in different directions, right? But with the Star card here, I feel like there is more waiting for you out there. And with the Star, this is talking about, there's this sense of growth and transformation and being able to connect to the universe in a different way than you ever have before. And I feel like you already know that there's a different love for you out there. Am I wrong? Don't go back to something just because it feels comfortable, because it will make you feel boxed in. Okay, there's only one direct path, and you can take the long way around and check all your different interests, but you know what direction you need to go in. Yeah, don't open that door back up then. I'm just saying, if you know she's got a player mentality, don't do it. Not worth it. Okay, well, if she's really mean, leave her ass in the fucking closet. I mean, you don't have to let her back in just because she's a bully. She dug her own grave. Don't do that. Oh, no. Yeah, don't let it back in. Don't let it back in. All right. So, all right. Okay, there was one more. Okay, Lindy is going to be the last one asking you for your friend. All right. So, will we finally have my own place and stable financial abundance this year? All right, Lindy. Okay. Can you please give me some guidance on Lindy's financial and home situation this year, 2019? What can she expect, please? I feel like I need to pull a different card for you too. Angels of Abundance. All right. All right. Man, that 8 of Wands is coming out for everyone. So, listen, there's many different directions that you can choose. Don't box yourself in. In order to have the abundance, you need to check your relationships in your life. If there's anyone who is making you feel drained or not supported, then it's time to check those relationships, because they could be stealing some of that energy, and that might be why you're not seeing things happen the way you want, especially with the Nine of Swords here. I mean, listen, that is a nasty card to have, but you do have the Empress behind it. So there's a lot of healing taking place, a lot of creative energy flowing. And I almost feel like this is a way for you to realize just how powerful you are, especially when it comes to your manifesting abilities and the things that you can create for yourself, because you have a lot of elements that are here at your aid, whether that be water, allowing your emotions to flow, trusting your intuition, the Swan, talking about love. All right, you might have to work a couple different jobs in order for you to make ends meet while you focus on your life purpose. But there's also this shield here. So I feel like you can shield yourself from the bullshit. You need to protect your energy at all costs. Okay. And understand that you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder either, because it's right in front of you. I really feel that, Lindy. I feel like what you're looking for is right in front of you. You need to stay centered in this moment. Face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you'll experience. So again, don't feel like you have to pull yourself in all these different directions. Check your relationships. Understand that you have the ability right at your fingertips, and don't let, this sporadic energy distract you from what is right here. Okay. Well, I can pull you an overall guidance card. I'm really trying not to do like full-blown readings. I will see what comes out, and whatever pops out I will pull, but I'm trying to stay to at least one card. So yes, but Julian, I will definitely pull something for you, my dear. So listen, if any of these messages resonate with you and you want to go more in detail, then email me for a private reading. If anyone wants to support the channel by donating, you can either do through Super Chat, or there's a donation link down below in the description box. But yes, this is the last reading. Okay. Julian's gonna be the last one. I'm calling it, because I said Lindy was gonna be the last one, but then Julian popped in. Okay, so Julian, I definitely feel that you are, when it comes to your love life, I feel like there's been a lot of destruction in the past, and your view on relationships have been kind of distorted. You are at the end of this cycle, and I feel like you're starting to see things a little more clearly and balanced. But there are a lot of different aspects of yourself that you need to bring together in order to find that Two of Cups energy, okay? And bring your attention back to faith, okay? Because with the Ten of Swords, this is things just really crumbling down. The theme of this card is ruin. So understand that in order for, whether it be career, love, work, life, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, you have to put the pieces back together, and don't allow external influences dictate what you're trying to do with your life, because you do have power, but you have to put it back together, and it's what you want to experience. If you go into your experiences looking at it as it's doomed to fail, or always waiting for the shoe to drop. It doesn't exist. Everyone sucks. That is what you're going to attract. So, oh, thank you so much, Sheila. But yeah, you need to come to peace with your heart. Okay. So, all right, y'all. I am calling it. I'd be tired. I got other shit to do too. So, I love and appreciate all of you so much. If anyone would like to donate to support the channel, there is a donation link down below in the description box. I will timestamp the actual collective reading down below. And if anyone does need to get a hold of me, all my information is down in the description box. So again, remember to like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate everyone joining me today and allowing us to come together and share this energy exchange. I appreciate all of you immensely, and I just want you to take this energy with you throughout your day and really remember how important you are to me. I hope y'all take it easy and stay blessed. Bye.